Good afternoon, guys. I think it's still good morning, actually. Thank you all for being here. The end of last week, a jury in Section E before the Honorable Rhonda Good Douglas returned a guilty verdict in the case against James Moliere for the absolutely senseless killing of Clark Bowdry. This was New Year's Day of 2023. And we all are extremely grateful for the jury's careful review of the evidence and their unanimous decision to deliver justice in this tragic case. I'm also extremely grateful to stand with and be joined by this family who entrusted this team and our office to fight for Clark. Clark's mother, Miss Risa LeBoyd, and loved ones have endured 2 very, very long years waiting to get to this point. We know that your grief will not and does not simply go away just because we got to this point, just because we got this result. And I want to thank you for you all channeled all of your hurt and your collective strength into motivating this team to get this verdict. And I want to say thank you on my behalf, on behalf of the entire District Attorney's Office, for trusting us. We know this is a very raw and vulnerable process. It's confusing, it's complicated at times, and there's a lot of twists and turns to get to this point. This outcome is a result of an exceptional effort by Assistant District Attorney Joseph Tucker on my left and Assistant District Attorney Adele Krieger on his left. And the NOPD homicide team, especially Detective Maurice Stewart and our entire trial team. They demonstrated extraordinary preparation, focus, and compassion for this family to get to this point. And I want to publicly commend all of them for their continued efforts and their hard work to get us to this point, and for stepping up time and time again, but especially in this case. This case is also a reflection of the strong and continuously evolving partnership between the District Attorney's Office and the New Orleans Police Department as a whole. We work closely with the NOPD throughout the investigation process to the trial process, from probable cause for arrest to proof beyond a reasonable doubt, ensuring that we presented a compelling and thorough case grounded in facts, forensics, and testimony. NOPD Homicide Detective Stewart in the suite with this trial team and with this family delivered. They truly delivered. This has been our standard process since we established the homicide unit. The quality of our prosecutions has improved and will continue to improve, not just in trial outcomes, but how we need to work better every day to support families as they go through something they should never have had to go through, and how we coordinate with law enforcement officials, and how we prepare these cases with precision and with purpose. Let me be very clear. We are not satisfied with simply being better than we were last year. We have to continue to get better. We're no longer the murder capital of the world. We're still in the top 10. We need to get into the top 20, and then we need to get into the top 30 and keep setting those goals. Every homicide case is a top priority for this office. Every life taken deserves our full attention. Our team is constantly sharpening their skills, embracing new tools, and advancing other strategies so that we can reduce the number of families that have to go through what this beautiful family has had to go through. Our ultimate goal with this aggressive and focused and smart approach is simple: to prevent other families from having to go through this by achieving success across the street. We want the people planning on hurting others in this community to stop and to realize in a way that they have never understood before that there's a unified front. Community members, family members, trial teams, NOPD detectives working better, faster, and more efficiently to root them out and hold them to account. And we're going to continue to go further upstream so that we can prevent more bad things from happening. Now I want to invite the two prosecutors up who are the man and woman in the arena who had to deliver this message and present these facts to the jury to reach this decision. And it's never easy in Orleans Parish because Orleans Parish jurors are skeptical because of the years of mistrust that have been built up in the system. But we are dealing with that on a case-by-case level, and the level of trust has never been better. Thank you, Joseph Tucker, and let them hear from you.
Thank you very much. First, like the DA said, I want to thank my team. We put in lots and lots of hours before we even get into the courtroom, and so their dedication helps us get to the point in which we can present the best case possible. I'd like to thank the family for trusting me to advocate for Clark. I know they had been waiting for this day for quite some time, and I'd assured them early on we want to get the right result, not just the quickest result, and they trusted me, and I thank them for that. This case was really about when it is and is not appropriate for people to insert themselves into situations and to do so with firearms and to use deadly force. Clark, on New Year's Eve, was arguing with his girlfriend and one of his close friends. They were in a public street discussing a private matter, and the defendant in this case saw it as an opportunity to approach Clark as he disengaged and attempted to walk to his car that was already running for him to go home. He approached him with a military-grade AR rifle pointed at his face. Clark did what he had the right to do, which is to attempt to disarm Mr. Moliere. They wrestled over the gun. He was able to disarm him from the assault rifle, and as the fight was broken up by a bouncer, Clark again tried to walk to his car. Mr. Moliere produced a second firearm, shot him in the side, shot him multiple times as he fell to the ground, and he pushed aside the bouncer, stepped over Clark, and shot him one last time. And so this verdict goes to show that if you believe a citizen needs help, you should first ask if they need help. Because if Mr. Moliere would have asked, he would have been told, no, we're fine. It's just an argument. But instead, he took it upon himself to use deadly force when it was not necessary, when it was not reasonable, and in a situation in which throughout the process, the jury determined he was the aggressor. So I'm thankful that we got to this point and this family has justice.
Thank you, Joseph. You've seen Joseph Tucker's face a lot, and you also have seen Adele Krieger's face a lot. They have been zealous in their effort to hold people accountable at Tulane and Broad. They have delivered on my promise to the City Council that if they allowed us to establish a homicide unit with trained attorneys focused on the worst and most serious cases, we would deliver this city from that grim distinction of being the murder capital, and they have. I want you to hear from Adele as well.
First, I would just like to thank the jury, all of the members of the jury who delivered the only true and legal verdict in this case, and that was guilty as charged. And I would also like to thank the two courageous and brave women who came forward and not only testified, but provided integral evidence that helped secure this conviction. We are not trying the cases that we see today the same way we were 10 years ago. We are using advances in technology. We're using updated and new techniques. And it's because of these women we were able to do that. And so I would just like to thank everyone involved, my team, Joe, for all of the work that we've put into this case. And I would like to thank Ms. Risa and her family for trusting us to get justice for Clark. Thank you.
Thank you and your teams for what you do in this city. Detective Stewart, thank you for what you do for the city. Thank the NOPD for what they do. These folks, there's not enough men and women doing the work that they do. And they are delivering an outsized impact in the city of New Orleans, and people from around the country are taking notice. So thank you for leading this charge. But before we conclude, I want to respectfully ask Ms. Laborde to come up and speak to the public on behalf of her son, who should still be here today.
Thank you. Thank you, D.A. Williams. I'd like to say this is my very first experience with anything like this. And I want to thank you, D.A. Jason Williams, your staff, these incredible attorneys, Joe Tucker and Adele Krieger and staff. They really did put together an unbelievable case, ironclad. The defense had no leg to stand on. And I also wanted to thank the citizens who were jurors, because it was amazing to watch them take their jobs so seriously. You know, they paid attention to the evidence, and they followed the law, which was, once the evidence was given and there was no beyond a reasonable doubt, they gave the verdict that they needed to give, even though it was hard knowing that there would be a life sentence. So I do thank and appreciate the entire staff, Ms. Melissa, who took care of us during this hard time. So thank you.
Thank you for your extraordinary fortitude. Oh, please.
I can't not thank Detective Stewart. Again, it was my very, very first time with this type of thing. And he was so diligent in getting just a mountainous amount of evidence that just could not be denied. And I can't thank you enough for all you did as well. I think between what Detective Stewart had done and the attorneys, I mean, it was just amazing.
Thank you for bringing that up, because that's where the cases begin. We're the end users of everybody's work product in the system. The coroner, 911, NOPD. When you've got someone doing exceptional work, the way Detective Stewart is, it puts us on a solid footing to bring a case that we can be successful with, that a jury can clearly see what the right thing is, and it can stand the test of time because there's going to be appeals. And the last thing we want to do is to have a case be overturned because something wasn't done right early. So thank you for that work, Detective. Thank you to this team, the digital forensics team that's with me today as well, Holly Freeman, Michelle Woodfork. You all going the extra mile looking at everything every digital footprint that exists, whether you're looking at who planned a jailbreak or who fired fatal shots. This is the type of evidence that jurors are looking for and deserve today. And it's one last thing that I want to say before we adjourn here today, is this case is very emblematic of the fact that allowing more guns in people's hands in the French Quarter or in crowded events or in bar rooms is not going to make us any safer. I mean, think about the stories that you all get to tell in the media. And very rarely do you hear a story about someone being able to stave something off, save a life. What you hear more frequently is someone making a bad decision because they had a gun at the ready and they were full of drink or something else. And they not only ruin the lives of family members, but they ruin their own lives, and they ruin the lives of their own family by making quick decisions because they had firearms quick and ready. We've got to get to a place in this community where we realize that guns don't mix with crowds. We need to leave those in the hands of law enforcement. Keith?
We'll open up for on-topic questions, beginning with Mallory from WGNR. Ariel from WDSU. Chris, Fox 8.
I just noticed during the press conference, your 88 to your left. I see the emotion in your eyes as we're talking about this end result. And really, it's emotional for everyone from start to finish. Would you mind just sharing, what's making you so emotional today?
Yeah, so every time that we go forward with a trial, by the time we get to that point, we have developed relationships with families. We have seen the victims in our cases as a victim, but as a living person. And so we get to see their children, we get to see their loved ones. As a father myself, the quick actions, the thoughtless response that led to Clark being taken from his daughter breaks my heart. And so as you get to know these families, you can't help but feel a connection with them, because we don't get to this point, and we don't, it's hard for me, it's hard for Adele, anyone to put together a case and give our all if we don't believe in it, and that belief comes from the family.
Anything else? Anybody else? I mean, New Orleans is a small place, Chris. You know, our cases aren't numbers. You know, Chicago, Los Angeles, they're huge. I mean, saw Clark's on at my favorite breakfast spot, Bearcat, you know, during the course. I mean, these are, the next of kin in the cases that we handle are our community members, our neighbors, our church members. New Orleans is that size of a place. It's the littlest big city in the world. And every single one of these cases means the world to the folks on this team. And that's why they fight so hard. Thanks, everybody.